What's going on? VitalSyntax here, and in this video I'll be doing a review of the Astro A40s. Now these are going to run you about $250, which is kind of expensive for a pair of headphones or a headset, and includes the headphones itself and the mix amp. You can buy them separately, and they also sell a wireless mix amp if you need to use it on your couch or something, you don't want to worry about wires. But this is going to be a review of the wired version. Now this is a headset that's kind of oriented and marketed for console gamers. Partly because it is the official MLG headset. You can see there's a little MLG tag here, which stands for Major League Gaming, which is the Xbox and PS3 side of things for tournaments and games like Halo and Call of Duty, because that's really what's kind of dominating right now. Is there's a lot of console gamers out there. But if you're on a console, definitely check these out. These are one of the most popular pair of headphones / headset. Basically the difference is that you have a boom mic. That's the difference between a headphone and a headset. But this is one of the most popular headsets on the market for console gamers, but it's also a great choice for PC gamers. Now luckily on the PC side of things, you have the luxury of installing your own sound card, and if you want the best, absolute best quality, don't go with these. Go with a custom sound card, and also purchase a pair of headphones or a headset from Sennheiser, who make extremely high-end headphones and headsets. And I actually have a pair of headphones from them. And it's going to cost you a lot more. You're going to have to pay around $200, $300 for a sound card. You can get cheaper ones, but those are the medium to high-end ones. And then a nice headphone and headset that's actually going to take advantage of a good high-end sound card. It's going to run you another $300 to $500, $600. Once again, strongly suggest the Sennheisers. But if you want an all-in-one package, Astro A40s are a great choice for both console and PC gamers. So I'm going to give you guys a review, go over some of the build qualities, the components that you get in the box, and then talk about the performance, some of the pros and cons, and then once again give you guys a summary towards the end. So let's first just talk about the pair of headphones themselves. You've got swivel arms here, which is nice to rest on your shoulders. You do get some plates on the side. You can see these magnets here, and they snap on. I don't use those. I just like the mesh look instead of the glossy finish that those have. And you can actually get custom ones that have your own design on them, which is pretty awesome. Extremely comfortable headset. I've used a lot of other headphones in the past, and I have a very big head, and this is the one that actually fits me perfectly. I've used Tritons, I've used Turtle Beaches, I've used Sennheisers, and these, in my opinion, were one of the most comfortable. Sennheiser is also up there. As far as sound quality goes, which should be a pretty important thing, these are also very, very good sounding, partly because they have high-end specs. So a lot of cheaper headphones don't have a good frequency response, which is basically how low of a frequency it can go and how high of a frequency it can go, and they also don't have a high impedance. This headphone also has a larger driver inside, which is basically the actual speaker within each ear cup. I believe these have 40 millimeters, whereas most headphones have 30 or 32 millimeters. And basically the larger the driver, the better bass is going to sound, because if you have a really small driver and you're playing bass really loud, you're going to get a rattling sound like you hear in cars when they're playing their radio really loud with really crappy speakers. But the frequency response of this is 15 all the way up to 28,000 hertz, and the impedance is all the way up to 50 ohms, which most headphones are just 32 ohms, sometimes even 24 ohms. So the specs inside of these actual headphones are very, very high end. That's why you're paying that premium price. And there's not a whole lot of headphones that have that high quality of internals, other than the Astro A40s, the Sennheisers, and some other high-end brands. As far as the cushioning here, you've got very, very nice memory padding. It's a cloth finish, which I personally like more than a leather / pleather feel, because these don't leave your ears quite as sweaty. They're also very, very easy to clean with a vacuum cleaner. You can get any hairs or anything you get on there off pretty easily. The sides here are adjustable. You can see the wires actually coiled up in there, which is kind of cool, but they're adjustable. Very easy, very, very smooth. I use them at the biggest setting just because I got a big head. This top piece isn't adjustable, but it does wobble back and forth a little bit, so it fits whatever shape head you have. Got the Astro logo here, which is really cool. Oh, it's upside down. Astro logo there, which is a very, very cool looking logo. And you've actually got a pull-off cable here, so this is the cable that plugs into the other end, which is right here. So these plug together. That way, if you accidentally pull it, it's not going to re-yank your whole cable. It's just going to unplug here. You've also got the mute switch here. So when you push this up, it's muted. When you have it down, it's not muted, which is nice. This actually has two microphones as well. There's a little microphone here, and basically, if you don't have the boom microphone, which is right here attached. And you want to still use a microphone, you can use the one that's built in here, which is really cool. Also, if you're using this on your iPhone, which you can use natively actually, because it has, let me pull it has the triple 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess the quad connection rather than the normal connection, which looks like that. It has an extra one, and that includes the microphone. So you can plug this into your iPhone and use the mic and hear people talking, whether that's if you're using the boom mic or if you want to use this microphone, which is really cool. Definitely cool that you can use it with that. What else about here? I think I already mentioned that these can rotate, so if you want to rotate them onto your shoulder, which is really cool and comfortable. That's about it for these. I'll put these to the side, and now we'll talk about the mix amp. Alright, so here's the mix amp here. Got 2 dials. This one controls overall volume. Very nice, sturdy feeling. This is a glossy finish. Then you've got the mix amp basically option. You got game and voice. So I'll talk about that in a second. You've also got the power on and off, and as well as the Dolby Digital surround sound. Now, true surround sound versus virtual surround sound. Let's do a quick discussion of this. Well, basically, true surround sound, you have to have, let's say you're doing 7.1 surround sound. You have to have actual, like, multiple speakers, or even 5.1 surround sound. You have to have multiple speakers in each ear cup, not just one speaker. There's very few headsets that actually do that. There's the Razer Tiamat 7.1, and I believe there's one other one that I don't remember what the name of it was, but it's very hard to fit that many speakers into one ear cup. So really the only way you're going to get true surround sound is to buy a surround sound system that you have speakers set up around your room. You're not going to really do it with a pair of headphones. But what a lot of people do is they use virtual surround sound, including myself, which you can turn on and off right here if you want to just use stereo, which basically uses a Dolby Digital Matrix to send the 5.1 signal or 7.1 signal to this, and then it tries to emulate surround sound. It does a very good job. It's not going to be as good as true surround sound, so keep that in mind. This headset is virtual surround sound, and almost every other headset in the world is. If they say it's 7.1 or 5.1, 99% of the time it's going to be virtual surround sound, which isn't the end of the world. It's actually very nice to have, and if you don't like that, which some people don't like for movies and TV shows and music, you can turn it off here by just hitting this button. Alright, so now let's look at the back. We've got a lot of ports here. You've got a USB port, you've got the PC mic, the MP3 input, and the TOS cable or the TOS link. This is your optical cable. Then you've also got some audio for analog inputs. Looking at the front, this is where you plug the headset in. This is where you can plug the controller option if you want to do mic chat on Xbox. You've also got this down here. Don't know what these are. I believe you can plug 2 more headphones in here, but I've never tested it out. But you can just plug these up like this. If you know what those are, feel free to leave a comment. I just haven't messed around with them yet. Alright, so let's look at the back a little bit more. So basically the setup I use is I send the USB cable to my computer, and then I send the optical cable to my computer. So I'm sending the game sound, the Windows sound, all through this optical cable to get the surround sound experience that's not true, but a virtual surround sound experience. Then I send voices, for example, through Skype or TeamSpeak or Ventrilo or any other team thing like Mumble, through the USB cable, as well as my microphone through the USB cable. That way I can have 2 different volume levels, and I can adjust people's voices with this and also adjust the game. So if I turn it all the way to the left side, all I hear is the game. I don't hear anybody talking. If I adjust it all the way to the right side, all I hear is people talking, and I don't hear the game, which is a very nice feature. I typically just leave it in the middle because I am a neat freak, and I just like having it in the middle, and I'll adjust it software-wise. On the bottom here, you can unscrew this and insert batteries, because also you're sending a electrical signal to the mix amp through that USB cable to charge the device. Not charge it, but to power the device. But if you want to use batteries, you can use that as well, and you won't have to have the USB cable and just have the optical cable. Once again, you can plug in your PC microphone here, a different one, not the one that's right here. I guess you probably could just do that though, but and you've also got the MP3 input. I believe you can, plug this into your iPod and whatever and listen to music. So you have a ton of different inputs, and you can basically use them all at the same time, I believe, although I haven't tested it out myself. Alright, so I'm going to put this to the side. Very cool piece of device. Piece of technology there. And now we've got the boom mic here. This is the newer boom mic. The previous one had some problems with windscreen and things like that. This one still does have a little bit. So you can see the plug right here. very, very solid, flexible. Very, very nice. It actually has pretty good audio quality. Not the best. It's not going to be anything like a Blue Yeti or a Blue Snowball or any other high-end USB microphone or a studio microphone. But for a boom mic, it's one of the best I've ever used. And that can either go on the left or the right ear cup. So I'll just bring the headphones back into picture here. You've got a hole here as well as a hole over here, so you can plug it into either one and it snaps into place, and it's very sturdy, and you can do full 360 with it to get it to whatever position you want. So if you like it on the left ear or the right ear, you have that option. Alright, so that's basically a hardware overview. Let's talk about some of the pros and cons of this headset. I think the first con is the price. Although you're getting what you're paying for, I don't think this headset is necessarily that overpriced. It just depends on what you want. If you want to go with a low-end headset, that's perfectly fine. Just use your onboard sound card if you're on the PC. But I think that not only are you getting a really high-end headset and mix amp, you're also getting really good build quality and really good customer support. I haven't had any issues with these breaking. I haven't had any sound issues, and I know for a fact because a couple of my friends and relatives have these headsets as well. They've had broken ones that maybe broke after 2 or 3 years because faulty, or they maybe accidentally broke it themselves, but they got a replacement, and they got a replacement for free, very fast. It has a good warranty, and Astro does a really good job of backing their products. So yeah, that's basically my overview of the Astro A40, the wired version. I really don't have any complaints about it other than that price, and it obviously has some really, really cool features, like the virtual surround sound, the really high-end headphones themselves, the ability to use them with an iPhone natively, the ability to mix the volume and stuff right here, as well as having a bunch of different inputs on the back, and being an all-in-one package so you don't have to buy a sound card and a high-end headphone separately to get a really, really high-end audio experience. So thanks for checking out my review of the Astro A40s. Hopefully it helped some of you guys out if you were looking to purchase these yourself. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave me a like or a favorite, and I'll see you guys in the next one.